Hi guys, and welcome back to Simply Forex, the channel dedicated to you, the trader. We want you to be successful in the markets. So guys, I'm going to give you some gold every day. I'm going to let you know which currency pairs I'm looking to trade and which direction. And I'm also going to let you know which news that you must be aware of. So let's take a look at the chart and what I'm potentially going to trade today. Good morning traders, welcome back to Simply Forex. Coming to you live from the Philippines, very beautiful country. It's a little bit windy, as you could probably hear as well. But guys, that's the beauty of trading. You can literally do it from anywhere in the world as long as you've got an internet connection. I'm here for a couple of weeks guys, but yeah, don't worry, I'll be doing the daily morning analysis every single morning as usual. So let's take a look at the charts for today. Good morning traders, how are you? I hope you are well. Today is Wednesday the 19th of October, and as always guys, we're going to look back at yesterday's trades, but also look at the analysis challenge as well for the Euro-US dollar. We're going to look at today's potential trades, and we're also going to look at the news today as well, the important news. We're also going to put a tutorial. I'm trying to put as much knowledge into these videos as well guys, so during the recap or during the trade ideas I will put some tutorials that we've perhaps learned from the day before. All right guys, before I start with yesterday's trades, a couple of things. We got a Discord channel. I mention it every day, I know, but we got a Discord channel, so please come and join us. The link is in the comments below the vid. Come share your ideas. Next Wednesday, guys, we will start doing the live stream again, where you can ask as many questions as you like. So please join us for that. I look forward to your questions. And if you're interested in being mentored, guys, one-on-one with myself, then please email us at hellosimplyforex@gmail.com. Okay, so let's look back at yesterday's trades to start with, guys. Okay, so we had two potential trade ideas. The first one was this was the Canadian dollar against the Japanese yen. So let's start on the day chart, guys. All right, so this is the day chart for the Canadian dollar Japanese yen, and for me, it was in an uptrend. So price came down, created a new lower high, came down, didn't create a lower low. This always tells us structure could be breaking down. And then sure enough, price comes back up, breaking these last highs here. Okay, and we had a very bullish candle. Okay, so the idea was to come from our grey zone and take price back up to potentially this blue line here, guys. All right, so structure was in an uptrend. We had a very bullish candle and we had room to move into. They're basically the three things I'm looking for on the day chart. Okay, now we're going to drop down to the H1 chart, guys, to see how we traded this. Okay, yeah, so I just wanted to, I do keep an eye on Discord channel. Obviously, guys, I'm on holiday and the internet is not amazing when I'm in the countryside. But I do keep an eye on Discord, guys. And I know some of you were asking which candle did I enter on. Okay. And the answer is this one. Okay. So we'll look at that in a minute. Some of you asked if I entered on this candle here, guys, this first candle here. So first of all, guys, I don't start trading until the European and London markets start to open. I need volume, I need traders in the market for me to start trading. Okay, so this candle is, you know, well before that. But if some of you trade the Tokyo market, then this maybe was an entry candle. But for me, it still isn't. There's no value here. Yeah, if we we'll get a better idea about this on the H4, guys. So if we go to the H4 chart, yeah, that H1 candle is this. Okay, and it's so far away from the moving average 20.
Yeah, this is how I use the moving average 20. The moving average 20 is my mean, my average. If price is very far away from the moving average 20, I need a bit of a retrace, guys, to get value. All right. So for me, I wouldn't, even if I traded the Tokyo market, I would not enter on that H1 candle because it's just, there's no value and it's too far away from my moving average 20. Okay, let's go back to the H1 chart. What I did enter on was this candle here. Okay, so it happened, yeah, literally during the London Open. All right, and price has come down, didn't quite reach our grey zone, but if you remember in yesterday's vid, guys, I was saying we could trade the first bullish candle that we saw, or bullish candlestick pattern. And for me, guys, this wick, yeah, I know it's a red bearish body, I can see that, I have eyes. But this wick, yeah, buyers are in here, buyers are in here, buyers are buying this market up. Okay, so for me, there's enough buying pressure because of this wick to enter on this candle. Okay, and that's exactly what I did. So I entered on the close of this candle. I put my stop below here. Okay, it was around a 50 pip stop loss. Okay, and then basically, guys, the idea was to take price back up to this last H1 high here. Yeah, and I would have got my risk to reward of 1:1. But what I've actually done, guys, is as price has come back up to this last H1 high here, yeah, I have closed 80% here. Okay, I've closed 80% of my trade here, because this has become the last H1 high, guys, not this. Okay, so for that reason, yeah, you can see price really reacted here. All right, so I entered here, I put my stop here, I've just closed 80% here at this level. All right, and now I'm going to let 20% run. Okay, and what I've done, guys, with my stop loss, I've already moved it below this last swing low here. All right, guys, so yeah, good trade on Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. I've made 80% already, and let's see what the remainder of the remaining 20% does. My stop for the remaining 20% is now here. Yeah, sorry, apologies for my drawing with a mouse pen. But yeah, my 20%, this is my stop loss here. All right, for the remaining 20%. And I will continue to move this up according to price action and the last swing low on the H1. All right, so let's see what happens today. But yeah, made some money already. Good trade on Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. The second trade idea was this. This was US dollar against the Canadian dollar, and we were looking to short this pair. The reasons for shorting this pair were as follows. So price was in an uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, didn't create a higher high, came down and broke this low. Okay, so as soon as it broke this low, guys, for me, price was in a downward structure. And then price has come up, and then we got this large wick, this large bearish candle form at these last highs here. All right, so we were trying to short from this candle. We then got a bullish candle, but then we've got another bearish candle form. Let's move in, guys. Let's make that a little bit clearer and zoom in. Okay, guys. So yeah, so for me, these last one highs have held. Yeah, these last highs from over here are holding. We've got this bearish candle, which we were trying to take shorts from. Yeah, then we had a very bullish candle. That's just the way the markets are at the moment, followed by a very bearish candle. Okay, so because of this bearish candle, we were trying to take price lower from this gray zone down to this blue line. Okay, so that was the idea. let's take a look at the H1, guys. And this proved to be a tricky little sausage, this trade. All right. So, and let me explain. So if you remember, guys, from the other day, yeah, my idea on how to trade this pair was a break of this structure, yeah, which we got, a retest, and then for us to come back down. Okay. So again, if we look at this on the H4 chart, guys, although I enter on the H1 chart, you must keep an eye on the H4 chart. It will keep you out of trouble. Okay. And even on the H4 chart, yeah, we had started the day with this very bearish H4 candle. Okay. So, yeah, I like this. Yeah, the H4 had broken these lows. The H1 had broken these lows. So all I was looking for was a retrace into this grey zone to take price lower. Okay. It proved trickier than we expected. Okay. So, again, guys, I wait for the London Open. And when the London opened, guys, I got this candle. Okay. And again, this was good enough for me to enter, guys. It was coming off these last H1 highs here. Yeah, I had this wick really rejected that zone and closed back into our grey zone. And remember, we had a break already of this grey zone. All right, on the H1 and the H4. So everything about this candle here, yeah, this candle here was telling me to enter. They said, Tom, this will be an excellent trade. You are a brilliant trader. And guys, I will be very transparent with you. Yeah, I will tell you if I had a losing trade or why I stayed out of the trade. Yeah, all of my trades are not winners, especially in these volatile times. Yeah, so I will be very transparent with you guys and tell you if I got a losing trade. And this was a losing trade. All right, so I got a bit of a retrace. I entered around here, and the idea was just to come back down, first of all, to these last H1 lows, and then leave 20% to run. All right, guys, I really like this candle. So even sometimes, guys, you can really like the setup. It ticks all of your boxes, and it's still a losing trade. Welcome to trading. Yeah. That's part of trading, guys, but just follow your money management. Yeah, that's the most important thing. So my stop was up here, and as you can see, I got taken out with my stop with this candle here. Literally, the next candle took me out. All right. I'm going to show you, before the trade ideas, I'm going to show you some ideas on how to stay out of bad trades at another level of criteria or confluence to stay out of a trade, but we'll do that just before the trade ideas. So as you can see, guys, yeah, I entered this candle, got stopped out, no problem. I followed my money management, yeah, and then once it broke above this grey zone, then become an area of support. Okay, so yeah, losing trade on US dollar, Canadian dollar, we will have them. And yeah, once this area is broken, guys, I'm not interested in this candle to take price lower or this candle. Yeah, for me, the grey zone has broken. H1 structure is now in an uptrend. Yeah, I'm not looking to short this pair after that break of the grey zone and H1 structure. All right, so yeah, one good trade on Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. We're still in it for 20%, and a losing trade on US dollar, Canadian dollar. Right, guys, now we're going to look at the analysis challenge. Okay, so the pair we were looking at was this. It was the euro against the US dollar. All right, guys, and yeah, we had some really good analysis from, I'm going to do a couple of shout outs, JR, JL, and Ride the Wave. Yeah, yeah, you give some great analysis on Discord, and it's funny how all of your analysis came to the same conclusion, guys. So this is encouraging. Yeah, that's another reason why we use Discord. If you share enough ideas and you all agree, chances are it will be a good trade. Okay, so yeah, it was really interesting for me to see your analysis and how you use slightly different methods, but came up with the same answer. All right, and my analysis was pretty similar, guys. So yeah, so I was seeing this downward trend line, but what we're going to do, we're going to start with the weekly chart. We're going to do a top-down approach, which is how I look at every pair in the morning. I do it every morning, so you don't have to. But Euro US dollar, yeah, this is the weekly chart. So the thing with this is, guys, I have got an ant on my screen. There is lots of wildlife in the Philippines. So yeah, the weekly chart is clearly in a downtrend. Yeah, you don't have to be Warren Buffett to see that. Clearly in a downtrend. All right, but we're seeing a mixture of buying candles with selling candles. Yeah, this could potentially be a buying candle. This obviously hasn't finished yet, so we're seeing a bit of a buyers sellers battling it out on the weekly chart, which makes this a difficult pair to trade. All right, so that's what we're seeing on the weekly chart. If we then go to the day chart, guys, and now what I am seeing is this. So first I'm going to plot this trend line. I think this was quite clear to a lot of you guys that this trend line, yeah, made sense. And it does, yeah. Price has clearly been bouncing off of this trend line. Once, twice, okay. So it'd be interesting to see what it does here. Okay. I think it was JR or JL. They also showed us this trend line. Yeah, so we're seeing a triangle formation, guys. But for me, for my analysis for yesterday, this lower line is just not important. Okay, it is what we're seeing. This is potentially higher lows. Yeah, this is potentially that. All right, but for me, this trend line is not important in yesterday's analysis. Okay. And now we're going to plot our grey zones. So if we look at our grey zones, guys, this area here is clearly an area that we are interested in. Okay, so from all of this, these lows over here, yeah, where price had bounced off, it's obviously become an important zone. Okay, so and again, guys, this is pretty much similar to what you guys, what your analysis was. So yeah, great analysis, guys. Yeah, well done, and thank you for sharing it in the Discord channel. So what I would be looking for now is a reaction in this grey zone, because this grey zone has become quite powerful. Not only do we have a diagonal area of resistance, we also have a horizontal area of resistance. So this zone here has become quite powerful for the Euro US dollar. All right. And now how I would trade it would be this. Yeah, I've showed you this many times, guys. I will then drop down to the H1 chart. And what we want to see at this area is a break in H1 structure. All right. And as you can see, guys, yeah, price may even pop up a little bit more, guys. Price may pop up a little bit more before it comes back down, but we are looking for shorts. Okay, so all I'd want to see, guys, is, yeah, it could pop up, but then if it pops up, sorry, guys, yeah, if it pops up, yeah, what I want to see is H1 structure, perhaps do this, and then we get a break here. Okay, we get a break structure, retest, take it lower. Okay, so that could be one idea of how we trade this, but we just need to see a break in H1 structure. Or, guys, this area here, for me, this has become a box of indecision. Yeah, so price has come up to our grey zone and it's just not sure how to react yet. Does it want to go a bit further? Maybe it does. But if it breaks out of this box to the downside, then we are shorting this pair. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, it just doesn't know what to do with itself in this box. All right, because of this, it's hitting this grey zone. If it breaks out of this grey box, we come lower. All right, so yeah, a couple of ways how I'm looking at this pair, but ultimately a breakdown in H1 structure. And this is pretty much what you guys were looking at and how you were looking to trade this pair. All right, guys. So yeah, we'll do an analysis challenge every now and again because it's interesting to me for me to understand how you look at the markets and how you understand the markets. All right, guys. So yeah, that was yesterday's recap and the analysis challenge. Let's take a look at today's trades now. So a mixed bag yesterday, guys. One winning trade, one losing trade. And also thanks to everyone who gave me their analysis for the analysis challenge on the Euro US dollar. Some great analysis, guys. Quick shout out to JR, JL and Ride the Wave. Really agreed with your analysis. So thank you. If you enjoyed that, if you enjoyed the analysis, enjoyed the recap, then why not come join the party? Yeah, subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and also smash the like button, guys. Help support the channel. Thank you. Guys, before I give you the trade ideas for today, just a couple of things. We've got a Discord channel now. The link is in the comments below the vid. Come join, share your trade ideas. Some great traders in there. Also, guys, next Wednesday, the live stream is back. Woohoo! Yeah, missed the live stream. So the live stream is back. Get your questions ready. I imagine there's been lots of questions over the last week or so with all this volatility. So yeah, remember those questions and get them ready for next Wednesday. And last thing, guys, if you want to be mentored by myself, then please email us at hello simplyforex@gmail.com. All right, guys, that's all the shout outs and things to say so my editor doesn't kill me. Right, guys, so today we've got two trade ideas, which I will show you in a minute. But before I show you, I just want to show you how we can keep out of trouble. Okay, they've been difficult markets. I know that. I trade them. Yeah, and it's been very whipsawy. Yeah, so it's been tricky. And it feels like there's been some important news every, couple of minutes, okay, which makes for volatile markets. And also, guys, what I do, I give you the grey zones. I give you the direction that I'm looking to trade on the day chart. Yeah, the grey zones to trade from. Yeah, and these are my ideas, but I have other confluence that can keep me out of trouble. Yeah, so I suggest you do the same. I'm going to show you a couple of techniques that I use. I know some guys in the Discord channel, they use indicators to keep them out of certain trades. So I will continue to give you the daily direction of what I think and the grey zones to trade from. But if you want to, match this with your analysis, great. But also, add levels of confluence. Yeah. Because these will keep you out of trouble. All right, this is important, guys. So I did this in yesterday's video, guys, but it's an important lesson. So I'm just going to show you this again today. So this was the New Zealand dollar against the Japanese yen. All right, so price was in a downtrend. We had lower lows, lower highs. Yeah, come down to the lows again, and then came back up and retested this high. Okay, then we had this bearish candle form at these highs. So my idea was to come from our grey zone back down to these lows. Yeah, structure was still in a downtrend. We had a bearish reaction at the last highs. Yeah, this told me to, we could take shorts back down to these lows here. Okay, as you can see, guys, didn't happen. The price has been shooting up for the last 2 days. Okay, so my analysis was wrong. All right, but You will be wrong from time to time, guys. If anyone tells you they have 100% win rate, shout in their face, liar. Okay, so you will have, your analysis will be wrong from time to time, guys. All right, but this was my idea. Remember, this candle, and this candle hadn't formed. I was basing it on this candle and what I had seen on the chart, okay, to come lower. Now we go down to the H1 chart. So I always give you the direction on the day chart where I think price will go, and then we jump down to our H1 chart where we plot our grey zones. Okay, and this was one such trade where we could add more confluence and what I look for. So price come up to our grey zone, and then we got this candle form. Okay, remember, guys, none of this has happened yet. None of this to the right of this candle, none of this has happened yet. So we have this candle. All right, price is coming to our grey zone. We've got a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern. Yeah, if it was as simple as that, sometimes it is, we would just enter. Yeah, enter here, put our stop above the high, and we would take price back down to these lows. Okay, that's what we would do. That's how we would enter. All right, and then we would get stopped out. Yeah, this candle would stop us out. So what I'm going to show you guys are things that I look for to keep me out of bad trades. So first of all, and this is very important, is you need to see how the candles are performing, what story they are telling you before they hit this grey zone. All right, so before they hit the grey zone, as they hit the grey zone, you need to be saying to yourself, what are the candles telling me? All right, and if we just looked on the H1 chart before this candle, yeah, what is the H1 telling us? All right, so the H1 is telling me that this lower low has been heavily rejected, yeah, with this candle here. Okay, then as it's entered our grey zone, we've had indecision. Yeah, price is not sure what to do with itself, and then this indecision followed by a bullish candle, yeah, tells me buyers are in control here. Okay, and this is just on the H1 chart. So that's what I'm seeing on the H1 chart. But let's go to the H4 chart now, because this was the chart that kept me out of trouble. Yeah, because what I'm seeing here, guys, is this. Yeah, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, followed by a very bullish H4 candle that is going into our grey zone. Do not short that candle. Simple as that, guys. Yeah, it's H4 is in a upward structure, an uptrend. We have a very bullish candle that formed on the H4. So everything is telling me that price will at least get to these last H4 highs. Okay, and that's exactly what happened. In fact, it went far further. Okay, so the H4 chart here kept me out of trouble. You must be aware of what is happening on the H1 and the H4 charts if you execute on the H1, and how price is building up to your grey entry zone. All right, so guys, yeah, wouldn't have traded this for that reason. So this keeps me out of trouble. Adopting this technique, looking at how price is reacting before it gets to our grey zone. Okay, so that's the first way I keep myself out of trouble. The second way is this. Yeah, again, price come up into our grey zone. We got our H1 entry candle. Okay, forget all of the H4 and H1 candles and how they build up. Yeah, obviously don't ignore it, but just for this example, All right. Yeah. Oh, let's just imagine we're trading this pair and it's as simple as this. Price has come to our grey zone. We've got our H1 entry candle. We're looking to enter a short. Okay. Another way to keep out of trouble is this, guys. So we can then drop down to the M15 chart. Okay. So if I go back to my grey zone, guys. All right. So this was our grey zone. Yeah. And this is where price reacted. So this was our H4 candle. These 4 candles here, yeah, was that H1 entry candle. Okay. Obviously looks different on the H1 candle. You know this, that doesn't need explaining. Yeah, but these 4 candles were our H1 entry candle. Okay, so normally, yeah, we would enter here, put our stop above here, yeah, and we would have looked to take price down to here. And we would have got stopped out, if not here, up here. All right. Now, guys, another way of keeping out of a bad trade is this. You could make this part of your trading plan, is once you get a H1 entry candle, which we did, we then need to see a breakdown in M15 structure. Okay, so as you can see, price is clearly in an upward structure, an upward trend. Okay, so guys, yeah, if that was part of our plan, we didn't get an M15 break of structure, so we didn't trade this pair. You could add that as another level of confluence to your trading plan. All right. If, for example, yeah, it was seeing this as a low. If price does break this, yeah, and then we come down, we can start looking for shorts because it fits your criteria and M15 structure has broken down. Great, we can enter the trade. But for this particular trade, it didn't happen and it would have kept us out of trouble. So these are 2 systems, techniques that I use to keep me out of trouble, guys. Firstly, what is the market telling you in terms of the candlesticks in the approach to build up to our grey zone? Look at the H1 and the H4. Okay. Secondly, we could wait for a breakdown in M15 structure for us to enter the trade. Okay, so both of these techniques could keep us out of trouble with our trades. Okay, all right, guys. So I hope you found that useful because we have had some losing trades recently. So sometimes you can add another level of confluence that must be met for us to take the trade. Okay, it could be the techniques that I've shown you today. It could be an indicator. Yeah, it's up to you. But this is what I use. You know I'm not a big fan of indicators. But if it works for you guys, use it. All right, guys. So, yeah, I hope that little tutorial helps you to stay out of trouble. Now, guys, we're going to look at our trade ideas for today. All right, and we've got 2 trade ideas. Let's move this around, actually. Let's start with the euro US dollar. So my analysis, your analysis on Discord, guys, was all telling us that this zone here, yeah, that we pinpointed earlier, was a good area to start looking for shorts. And as I explained in the analysis challenge, I totally concur with your beautiful analysis. All right. So, yeah, price is clearly in a downtrend. Yeah, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Hasn't created a lower low as yet. All right. But price is coming back up now into this important zone that a few of us highlighted yesterday. All right. So structurally, we're in a downtrend and we're also coming to a very important zone. Yeah, looking at the candlesticks, they are slowing down. This was very, sorry guys, this candle was very bullish. Yeah, I wouldn't fancy shorting this, but yesterday's candle is pretty much a doji. Okay, so again, as I explained earlier, look at how the candles are approaching your grey zone. Yeah, your entry zone, your support and resistance, whatever you want to call it. But look how the candles are behaving before the grey zone. And for me, because of this doji, yeah, this very bullish candle before, is this buying pressure is slowing down. Okay, so this is encouraging for a short. All right, so yeah, become a very powerful area, this. And then all I want to see, guys, if we come down to the H1 chart, again, as I explained in the analysis, I want to see a breakdown in structure. Okay, potentially price could move a little bit higher, guys. Price could come up, use these last highs here as an area of support, come up again, and then we get a breakdown. Yeah, it breaks this zone here. Okay, get a retest, and then we can start coming back down. So price action, price structure could look like this. Yeah, if price wants to push a little bit higher, maybe even come up to, yeah, this zone, or even the anywhere in this grey zone. Okay, but I just want to see H1 breakdown in structure. So it could look something like this, or it could look something like this, guys. So price just in this box, doesn't know what to do with itself, and then price breaks down. Retest this box, and then we come lower. Okay. All right, guys. And my first target, I would be looking at this area here. So this 750 area, and then even potentially back down to this 9700 area. Okay, so these would be the targets that I would be looking for. All right, we have to be a little cautious of this zone here, guys. Yeah, so excuse me. Yeah, so maybe even a breakdown of here, retest, come back down. All right, but we just want to see H1 structure in a downtrend, and then we can start trading accordingly. All right, guys, so that's the first trade idea, euro US dollar short, if we get a breakdown in H1 structure. Okay, the second trade idea is this is the Aussie dollar against the Canadian dollar, and the best time frame to start on is this, the weekly chart. All right, so we are seeing, yeah, this large weekly candle, this very bearish weekly candle, and price is clearly in a downward structure. All right, so the weekly chart is telling us short, 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 people, short, it's telling us this. All right, and then if we pop down to the day chart, yeah, what we're seeing is price has been reacting at this area. Yeah, we had a, actually, let me zoom in, guys. Zoom in so you can see it. So yeah, we've had a very bearish candle. Yeah, we've had this wick sort of form at this kind of level here. Okay, so what I want to see, guys, is a breakdown in structure from this area here. Okay, it will be better highlighted on the H4, guys. So if we look at the H4 chart, as you can see, it's easier to visualize on the H4. So what we are seeing here is an important area of resistance. Yeah, it's come up, tested it, tested it, tested it, testing it, and currently testing it. Okay, so this grey zone has become quite important for this pair. If price breaks out of this grey zone, guys, I'm not interested. If we go back to the day chart, let me show you why. Yeah, so if price breaks out of this grey zone, I still think we have room up to here. Yeah, if price breaks out this grey zone, I think we could come up to this zone. All right, which corresponds with these last lows and these lows over here. All right, so yeah, back to the H4. If price breaks above this grey zone, not interested. So on the H4, it's clear to see this is a good level of resistance. Let's drop down to the H1. And now, guys, what I'm looking for is a break in H1 structure. All right. So what I want to see, guys, is a couple of things we could potentially do. So we've got this upward channel here. Yeah, price has been using this channel, yeah, quite effectively to the upside. Okay, so what we could see is a breakdown in this channel. Okay, comes back up, and then we can take price lower. Yeah, so this could be a break in H1 structure. We're breaking out of a upward trend. Okay, an upward diagonal support area of support. Or, guys, we have this area here. Okay, so this area here, as you can see, has been quite important. All right, so what we could see is a price. This wick makes it a large grey zone. Okay, makes it a little untidier. But what we could see is a break down, yeah, retest, come back down lower, guys. Okay, so yeah, either way, we just want to see a breakdown in H1 structure. Okay, coming out of this diagonal upward channel and trading straight away is aggressive, because we will be shorting into this grey zone. If you want to be safer, wait for a break of this grey zone and then a retest and then come down. All right, but Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar, we are shorting this once we get a H1 structure breakdown. All right, guys, so they're the two trade ideas for today. Euro US dollar short and Aussie dollar Canadian dollar short if we get a H1 structure breakdown. All right, guys, let's take a look at the news now. Guys, if you're enjoying this daily morning analysis and would like to receive it every single day, then come join us. Subscribe to the channel, smash that notification button, and also smash the like button, guys. Help support the channel. Thank you very much. Big news day today, guys. Lots of CPI, and we all know how important CPI is. Why? Because inflation is crazy screwed. Yeah, you've only got the cost of living. Yeah, I'm sure you are all aware. So, guys, news for Wednesday, the 19th of October. The first important piece of news that we're interested in, guys, is this. At 7 o'clock, London GMT, coming out of the UK, we've got CPI data, guys. Yeah, I don't have to keep expressing to you how important these figures are. But yeah, CPI out of 7 o'clock will really move the pound. Okay, if we carry on down, the next piece of news is again CPI at 10 o'clock, London GMT, coming out of the euro. Yeah, another more CPI data releases. So again, guys, really going to move the euro. CPI is super duper important. If we carry on down, at 1:30 London GMT, coming out of the US, we've got building permits, another 3-star rating. At the same time, we've got core CPI, more CPI coming out of Canada. Okay, so this can really affect any Canadian dollar pair. Carry on down, guys. A busy news day today. At 3:30 London GMT, we've got crude oil inventories coming out of the US. But as we all know, guys, this could also affect the Canadian dollar as well, because it's highly correlated with oil. All right, guys, and as you can see, for the rest of the day, no other news that we're interested in. Okay, guys, so yeah, be aware of the CPI data today. If you've enjoyed the vid, please subscribe, like, and share. I hope you have a fantastic trading day, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys.